Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel here. So there's a ton of great apps out there in the App Store that you can go and download on your iPhone. And these are the top iPhone apps that I highly recommend and that I have enjoyed using this year. So let's start. So the first app we have is called Lumy. So Lumy is a awesome app and a photographer's best friend as well. So as somebody who likes taking a lot of pictures, Lumi is a great app that allows you to see what time is the sunset, sunrise, golden hour, the blue hour as well. So it's just a really fantastic app to show you the time of when you should go out to take those awesome pictures of golden hours or sunrises as well. But what I also like about this application is the widget. The widget is just really beautiful to look at. It's one of my favorite widgets right now on the iOS ecosystem. It's just really beautiful and it's just sleek. And like I said, sometimes I don't even go out and I just like looking at the app, the widget, just because how beautiful it is. Next we have is called Things 3. You might have heard of it. It's one of the more popular apps out there. Things 3 is just a really great app if you're into the productivity section and the productivity world, and you need a really powerful notes app or a simple notes app as well. Things 3 might be for you, and it's been one of my favorite apps out there just because of the developers, how they keep updating the app, keep adding some neat features that you thought you might have never needed for Things 3, but it just works as well. So yeah, Things 3 is just one of my favorite apps that I like using for a lot of my note taking that I take as well. It's a really useful reminders application as well. I use it a lot for reminders. That's one of the ways I use Things 3. But yes, a lot of note taking as well is really great. Next, we have is Darkroom. So Darkroom is one of my go-to photo editing apps on the iOS ecosystem. I've been using it now for a very long time, the application, and it's just a really powerful photo editing app that I fell in love with in the iOS ecosystem. I just use it to edit a ton of my photos that I upload either to my portfolio site or to Instagram. I just use it just because how simple it is, but also how powerful it is at the same time. There's a ton of features that you could do in the app to edit your photos and to make them stand out even much more better than before. And so that's why I really like, because how simple it is, but how powerful it is, too easy to use as well. And that's why it's one of the main reasons why I always keep having Darkroom in my main homepage and one of my favorite apps every single time when I do these type of videos. Next we have is timery. So timery is a time tracking application. So if you need to time yourself for work reasons, so that you know how much you should be charging per hour, or how many hours you spend on a certain thing, so that you can maybe learn to be more efficient. So I use timery in different ways, like for work. So when I need to time myself when I'm doing different stuff for work, and then I can send them the bill how many hours I spent during one thing, so that I know how I know exactly how long I spent doing one certain job. Or if I'm doing research for YouTube, or when I'm editing a video, I just find interesting how long it takes me to edit a video or just to record a video as well. And so yeah, it just makes it really easy to track stuff, track your time as well, and it's just really highly customizable as well. And yeah, it's just one of my favorite applications to have when I'm timing myself. Next we have is soor. So soor is a music player and one of the best music players out there for the iPhone. And one of my favorite things, not only is it really beautiful, the application nicely designed, one of my favorite things about the app is also the widgets that come with the app. There's a ton of widgets that you could go and use from the application. And what I really like about them is how interactive they are. So you could click play, pause, go forward, all right from the widget, which is always really nice. Instead of having to open the whole app, you could just click the stop and all that stuff right within the widget. And of course, the widgets are really nicely designed as well. So you're going to like them as much as I do. It's one of my favorite music players out there. And if you have Apple Music as well, then it supports Apple Music as well, so you can enjoy a better music player on soor than having to use the default music player with Apple Music. For the next list we have here is sticky widgets. So recently I did a video a few days ago about sticky widgets, the latest update, and sticky widgets is one of my favorite applications this year just because how fun and simple it is. So sticky widgets, if you haven't heard, is an app that allows you to add stickies onto your homepage just like post-it notes pretty much. So there's some colorful ones that you can add depending on what color you want, of course. And what I like about this application is just how dead simple it is and how useful it actually is. So if you need to be reminded about maybe going to buy the milk or buy groceries or just be reminded to do something around the house, you can make a post-it of it or a sticky of it right on the home page and add it to your home page so that you can have the widget there to remind you of what you need to get done for that day. And that's why I just really like this application of how dead simple it is and how useful it actually has helped me to be reminded about a lot of stuff that I need to get done around the house or I just need to remember as well. Next we have is Sofa. So Sofa is pretty much a collection bookmark application that allows you to track a lot of stuff. So what I mean by tracking is not by timing or anything like that, but you get to track of what games you played, what movies you watched, what books you read, what applications maybe you're saving up to download and check out and review. That's how I use the application Sofa. So I use it for different reasons, for book tracking, for movies, TV shows, podcasts, for applications that I want to go download and test. And what I really like about the application is that you can actually search right within the app, so you don't have to actually like import it from another app or anything like that. You could just open Sofa and start searching an application and it will find it like right there, and it'll have the link and everything, so you can go and download it on iTunes or on in the App Store. So yeah, it's just a really great app if you're into tracking a lot of stuff that you just want to just keep organized and know how many books you read maybe in a year or what movies you've seen or what movies you have to see. So yeah, it's just a really great app when it comes to tracking a lot of different stuff other than your time. Next we have is Apollo. So Apollo, you probably heard of it, one of the more popular third-party apps out there for iOS, and it's probably the best third-party Reddit client out there in my opinion. And so I just really like using it. I just like the customization that you could do with it, of course from themes, but also from the icons. And I love how the developer is working with the community to sometimes every month or something he updates the application, the icons, to add drawings from the community for the Apollo app and everything. And I just really like that as well, trying to bring the community together by designing some cool icons for Apollo. And also it's just a really great app to have. Of course I use it a lot to read the Apple News stuff or find interesting apps on Reddit. So that's why I really like using Apollo. It's just really much more nicer than having to use the default Reddit application on your iPhone. Next we have is Canva. So Canva is one of the more popular designer platforms out there that allows you to design whatever you want to design pretty much. So if you want to design a YouTube thumbnail, Instagram post, a Twitter post, a Facebook banner, or anything like that, I just really like the application having it here because it allows me to maybe design something when I want to upload something to Instagram, or I want to edit a YouTube thumbnail. I could just make them on the go on my phone if I don't have my computer beside me. So that's why I really like using Canva, just how powerful it is, the application, and you can pretty much do everything that you can do on the web right on the iPhone with the application. And I just like how interactive that is and how useful that can be, of course, when you're on the go. Next we have is Mojo. So Mojo, you probably heard about it. I've made a couple videos about this application. Mojo is one of my favorite applications to allow me to create animations for YouTube videos. So I can add animations on the text or add other different types of animations that you might see in future videos or in past videos if you have seen my older videos. It's just a really great app, of course, because of all the animations that you can do right within the app. And also if you want to upload Instagram post or Facebook post or TikTok post and all that, it does a lot of customization when it comes to that type of content that you want to edit right within the app. So number 11 is Broadcast. So Broadcast is one of my favorite apps to listen to the radio, which I cannot believe I'm saying that right now. But yeah, it's pretty much a radio application that allows you to listen to whatever radio station you want around the world using, of course, the Wi-Fi and internet in your household. So I use it a lot to when I'm usually working from home. I just play the radio. I just want to hear something different. I want to hear people talking and everything. So I just play it, and I just play my Spanish radio or my local radio here in Ottawa, and I just start listening to people talk and music, of course. So that's one of the main reasons why I have that application and why it's been really useful right now in lockdown and everything what's going on in the world. Next is darknoise. So darknoise is one of my favorite white noise apps out there. It allows you to hear white noise. So if you need to hear the rain, thunderstorm, the ocean, whatever you need to hear, people talking or cafe and everything, I've been using that app just like broadcast. I've been using this application for those reasons, just to be a little bit much more productive, to keep me focused, and like that I'm just focused and not falling asleep or anything when I'm working from home. I could just have the coffee shop in the background or have a thunderstorm running in the background. It's just something different just to keep my mind like awake and focused on the work on hand. And next and not least, we have Lollipop. So Lollipop is one of those apps that allows you to have some cool customization of wallpapers. So there's some great wallpaper apps in this application that you can go and download for your iPhone setup. First, it was released, of course, on Android, and then developer released it now for iOS, which is really great. And there's some cool, unique wallpapers that you might like in this application that I've been using now for a very long time. And it's just one of my favorite apps right now for when it comes to customizing my iPhone and my setup and everything when I want a different type of wallpaper and the minimalistic look that I'm going for in my iPhone setup. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. If you guys wanted me to check out different apps or anything like that, please comment down below. Comment below what apps you're more excited to try out. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and as always, I will see you guys later. Peace.